redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught into the far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the One China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'. Babylon.
Shalom, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? And if you can't make it in person, tune in online. I.S.U.P.K Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kapash is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught into the far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the One China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'.
Shalom, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? And if you can't make it in person, tune in online. I.S.U.P.K Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kapash is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught into the far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the One China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'.
Shalom, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? And if you can't make it in person, tune in online. I.S.U.P.K Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kapash is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat while I duck police. own family still live for me. My mama told me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get them away from me.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2'5", nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wanting. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit, get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to breed a lot of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spending life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And when you paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never trick it to a bop and flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kids. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up in Philly, back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always up on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome.
It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere of and they wonder it's not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'ma go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They bring out the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe, connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Made for this. Nigga, I eat bars and drink flows, thinking you woke into your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, state bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him running, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Laugh at these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number one at everything I do, that's why I'm one West. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this janitor with the mop stick. You gonna need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10 I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7", is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. You hear now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now. And I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga, I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flesh. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is, I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
It's all about that warfare, boy. Give back up, give back up, give back. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem? Tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him to let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool zone. Go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip. Back up. Give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sin, hey, when warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his age. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Lonely one west. Say what? Lonely one west. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip. Back up. Give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down.
Hey, what they do, dawg? What they do, bro? You know what time it is, man. Coming out the boondocks, the ghettos, the barrios, nigga, the wood lots. You know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a takeover, dawg. You know what I'm saying? Mr. 249, nigga, I ain't talking about the time, dawg. Yeah!
The
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. The number of black children, it's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
I'm from a place where they don't deliver pizza and won't deliver my people, even if they call them FEMA. A place where black women say they don't need you, where everybody broke and selling dope the only way to feed them. Shit is football, fucked up beyond all recognition. Crackers hiring 2 million niggas in prison. Now move your ass over, cause I'm coming hard like Captain with sharp garment at the 49th pass over. They already know, don't piss me off and make me grab Captain Tazari up and load him up with 17 shots of Captain Coppazar and bust every round and make them connect like high-speed Wi-Fi. So don't call that motherfucking line radio. Run west. This ain't what you want, breakfast club ass niggas. We ain't seeing y'all and don't give a damn if it's all trill y'all. And I ain't really a social media nigga. I'm more of a 3D up front, say it in your face, nigga. And every man ain't a faggot, and every faggot ain't no fucking man. Yeah, you heard what the fuck I said. My speech is rude, man up for move. You can't pick and choose who you con out of one con to. In this school, you will follow the rules, no excuse, and give a brother his respect that is due. I see a church sign, I cross that shit out and let them know for sure that UPK was fucking here. I've been through it all, back against the wall, died and came back, so it ain't a man that I fucking feel. They say the truth will set you free, so when I tell you the truth, I'm making you free. With this speech, Isaiah 49:23, get on your knees and kiss the boots of the kings and the priests. Truth and lies so mixed, that's like trying to put two men together and expect for them to have a kid. A Jew lies with the ish, so when you put the words together, all you is Jewish. I came to peep out your world, this is a nice place. Then he says it ain't for sale, just for showcase. My apologies, devil, you must mistake. I didn't come to ask, bitch, I came to take. Yeah! Who's the power? Who's the power? Who do we feel? The power we feel. Who do we feel? The power we feel. Who's your king? Who's your king? What's your name? Israel. I see you looking still, acting like we strangers, but we blood brothers, hang each other like we fucking dangerous. Your mamas call us vagabond, so you don't hang with us, but I bet you hear me if I speak in your own language. Live it, 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 live it. I remember the days when y'all was picked on. I remember the days when y'all was shitted on. I remember the days when y'all stood alone. I remember Rachel, the baddest Haitian in my project.
Let me go on this slow.
As usual, we got another incident out here where hell's breaking loose in this damn kingdom, man. It's madness going on, man. This was a horrible. You got a story on this, Mara? On this shooting? Yes, let's read some of this story, man. This was crazy what took place down in Texas once again. And there's a lot of implications, man, based on what what went down in Texas. There are a lot to be looked at in this. 19, did the number go up to 20? I know it was at 19 earlier today. Did it hit 20? Mm-hmm. Let's check it out. Might have went up to 20 already.
I'm Maurice Dubois. We begin with the deadly rampage inside an elementary school.
18 children and a teacher were killed in the deadliest shooting at an American elementary school since the attack at Sandy Hook Elementary in 2012. This happened in the town of Uvalde, which is about 85 miles west of San Antonio. Just moments ago, President Biden addressed the nation in mourning.
To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
CBS 2's Dick Brennan in our newsroom with more now on this Texas school tragedy. Dick?
Well, Maurice and Christine, the gunman had an AR-15 assault rifle, a handgun, and high-capacity magazines, and now so many families in Texas are grieving. Law enforcement converged on the Robb Elementary School just before noon. Witnesses reported hearing a barrage of gunfire.
We started hearing gunshots before we got in the truck, and then they started coming out more and more. So we got in the truck, and we went around the corner, which is Robb's school, and that's when we saw the people. They were crying and yelling to be careful because people are shooting.
An 18-year-old man armed with a handgun and an assault rifle was firing at children.
The shooter was Salvador Romas, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde.
The governor says he was a senior at a nearby high school and shot his grandmother before going to the elementary school. It's believed he was shot dead after being confronted by police arriving at the scene.
Let me assure you, the intruder is deceased, and we are not actively looking for another individual or any other suspects in this case.
At least one of the Border Patrol agents responding to the scene was shot in the head. He's in the hospital in stable condition. The local civic center is now a reunification area. Terrified parents rushed in, hoping to find their children. All of the schools in the area were locked down due to the gunshots.
This school has children that are in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade.
The shooting comes less than 2 weeks after a gunman killed 10 people in Buffalo.
What are we doing? Why are we here?
What are we doing? They doing not a damn
On the
thing
Senate floor
about either one of them shootings, and they doing nothing about it because nobody cares about blacks and Latinos. That's why they ain't doing nothing about it. You ain't gonna see nowhere near what took place when that Sandy Hook situation went down. When that Sandy Hook situation went down, they shut the nation down for that Sandy Hook situation. This situation and the one that took place in Buffalo, they damn near done swept the Buffalo one under the rug already. Now this one is going to be swept under the rug. And let me tell you something for those of you that's blind to real wisdom. A lot of you would like to see us go out there, man, and get our arms and go out there and try to fight the government and all that. You as simple as you could be. What our people need is to wake up. Like, once again, the Bible in Christ has the best blueprint.
That's right.
On how we're to come up out of hell. And coming up out of hell don't mean to be simple. You understand? And let me tell you something else too, man. Going to jail is not a rite of passage. It don't declare you a man. You know how many homosexuals come out of jail, man? Like, going to jail doesn't mean that you are now certifiable. Okay? So for you to be trying to act like we all should just shoot up the whole town and go to jail is ignorant as hell. And it means that you don't understand what it takes to help build and free a nation. All of us are angry over what took place, man. Mad as hell over it. The best thing to do is to wake our people up, to bring these 12 tribes together like Christ said. And we'll do more than straighten out this nation. We'll straighten out this entire earth if we come together and do what we need to do. You know what I mean? And the ISUPK, we the tip of the spear on that, man. Moving like a wildfire. Building, waking up brothers. Like, there'd be a lot more killings and shootings out there if not for the ISUPK. There'd be a whole lot more. There'd be a whole lot more robberies, rapes, all kinds of things if we wasn't out there building and straightening out our nation. And the same in this case, man. This cat here, man, was a horrible, horrible, simple monster. And I learned something, man, about that whole homosexual lifestyle. That thing is 9 out of 10 is based on trauma and hell that has happened to somebody. The things of this world, we got to reject. You know what I mean? The things of this world, we got to reject and come out of. We got to come out of the spirit of this world, man. Get me Revelations real quick. You know what I want. Come out of my people, Revelation 18:4, real quick. And then I'm going to come back and get into it a little bit more. Welcome to the show, man. I'm glad everybody was able to join us, even though this is a somber moment. We're going to spend a little time, man, talk about this, man. Jump into the chat room on this and drop your comments, man. Tell me what you thinking, what you feeling about the whole thing. I'm going to be reading your comments. You understand? It's a lot of back feeding. He said there's a lot of back feeding. Eugene K says a lot of back feed coming back. You understand? Anybody else getting some back feed, or is it just Eugene? Let me know. Give me a 1 if you're getting back feed, 2 if you crystal clear. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. It sounds good to me on the bounce back on this side. I'm not getting no 1s or 2s at all. So, okay, I'm getting 2s. Denny said he's good. Yashar said he good. Everybody else say he's good. And you might have to check your system. Nikki B said they good. Eugene, you got to check your system, man. It might be you. Blackie said he getting a 1, though. Blackie, you getting a 1 as well. Jacob Issachar said he getting 2. John Johnson getting a 2. Y'all got to check your system. Maybe you're going back. Earl Thwada. All right, y'all. Like, I think you got to just check your system, man. Let's get into it, man. I want to hear your comments, your thoughts on this, because I'm going to go into it. I'm gonna throw a few things out there, and then, you know, let the chips fall where the hell they may fall. Let's ride, all right? Go ahead, Marah. Give me that one scripture, and then I want to go into it a little bit more.
We in the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
We got to come out of everything that they promoting. Everything that this empire is promoting, man, is totally against the Most High. You know what I mean? This is yet another nation that hates God. It hates God's idea of marriage. It hates God's idea of the lifestyle you should live. It hates God's way of life. And it's going about trying to establish a different way of life that is anti-God, anti the kingdom of heaven. And we have to move away from that spirit into the spirit of the kingdom of heaven. You understand? We got to move in a different direction. Go ahead and read it, Marah, for me, please.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
That you don't become a partaker of her sins, man. This place is filled with sin. This is a world full of sin and full of pain and destruction and all manner of evil. I remember for years, they were telling us about drinking alcohol. Y'all ain't right. How you going to be teaching the Bible drinking alcohol? Their mouths got shut about that. When we pulled the scripture out where Paul said, drink a little wine for your infirmities. That's what Paul said, because you living among infirmities, man, which is sicknesses and illness and pain. Let's look up the word infirmities right quick, Marah, if you don't mind.
Let's
look that word up so we can read the actual definition of that word. Big shout out to General Kobalama. You understand? Like, you living in a world of infirmities, man. I could not imagine being one of those parents. And let me tell you something, man. You better allow yourself to have compassion on your brothers and sisters, man. 20 babies, man. 20 babies. Could you imagine being a parent and sitting up there, you understand, and one of your babies gets slaughtered in school? I don't even want you to even imagine it, because it's so painful, and who wants to even imagine it, because it's so damn evil, man. It's insane. Q pulled Proverbs 31:6 said, give strong drink unto him that's ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. That should be every man that loves the Most High. Every man and woman that loves the Most High should have a heavy heart tonight and period for your people. The problem is we've been trained and taught to not have a heavy heart for our people, but to just gravitate closer to the slave master. You got more in that verse? Give me a little more.
Sir. I also have the definition of infirmities for you.
All right, let's finish that verse and we'll do infirmity. Like this, I had to have me a strong drink for them 19 babies tonight. I had to have me a strong drinking, man, and say, Brakatha Yahweh, Shemi Awashai, have mercy on them brothers and sisters, man, in an evil world. And that's why I'm going to read about homosexuality, man. Like, they trying to suppress anybody's thoughts against homosexuality. The same way they try to suppress your thoughts on abortion. But the Republicans, because they know how much money Planned Parenthood pours into the Democratic Party, the Republicans is going up against abortion. They're going up against it just the same way the Democrats are going up against guns. You think them Democrats love you because they coming up against them guns. They don't give a damn about you. They coming up against them damn guns out because them them NRA members feed and them white supremacists and racist Edomites, they feed the white man on the Republican side all the cash he wants when it comes to elections, man. They feed him all the cash he wants. That's all you watching. You watching Republicans trying to shut down Planned Parenthood and abortions because the money going to their enemies, the Democratic Party. You watching the Democratic Party trying to get guns off of the streets and out of the hands of legal people because because these white supremacists, these so-called hunters, filled the Republican Party with plenty of cash. So they just fighting over political positions, man. No matter what happens, the Democrats fight the Republicans, Republicans fight the Democrats. What happens to you is secondary. Just why you need the Lord. You need a compassionate God. When you finish with this one, Marah, I'm gonna read this one, but when you finish with this one, can you get me the scripture, the simple scripture, the best scripture, one of the best scriptures in the Bible, where it said Christ wept. You know that one, the New Testament. But first, let's read this, man. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. I want to see these comments tonight, man. You understand? Big shout out to Harry, man. You understand? I don't know why you joining the Watchmen of Israel. I don't even know who they are. Wait till they fighting another proxy war on a second front. You right, Q. John Johnson said it's so much sin going on in this kingdom, General, that to our people, it's normal and they don't see it's sin. Thanks to I.S.U.P.K. and you, General, that you hammer this truth week after week. Most High in Christ. And you're right. We got great brothers and sisters in this I.S.U.P.K. that is pushing a storm of righteousness across this damn kingdom, man. Go ahead, Marah. What you got? What you holding?
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4 at the end. And that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that you receive not of her plagues, man. You don't get none of her plague. Give me a little volume on me. And you, Marah, if you can. Can you get, yeah, that's it, the water. Can you give some on you? Only, that you receive not of her plagues, man. This place is being plagued, man. Go ahead.
Khan. That was the end of verse 4. You wanted the infirmities. You wanted me to keep
No, that's
going?
fine. But yeah, give me the other one. Oh, the definition of infirmities. Go ahead.
Khan. I'm gonna post this on the screen if you don't mind, sir.
Please get down.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition of infirmity. Salaki.
Go ahead.
The quality or state of being infirm. That's the first one. The condition of being feeble.
The condition of being feeble. Go ahead.
Khan. And this is the kids' definition, pretty much the one to make it easier. The condition of being weak or frail as from age or illness.
As from age or illness. That's us. That is us. We got often infirmities. We are weak and frail as a people due to the illnesses of the sins that we have embraced as righteousness. We have embraced these sins as righteous, or these infirmities, and these sins are overtaking us. And the Lord, through Paul, said, man, drink a little wine for your infirmities, man, for your pain and suffering, for your illness of being in this place. Not necessarily a physical illness, but a spiritual illness, man. It was obvious that this shooter was a sociopathic homosexual, halfway a transvestite, on his way to looking like Michael Jackson. You got a picture of him, Marah? I might have a picture of him. Somebody sent me a picture of this creature, and I might have it. I might have to send it over to you. Hold on one second. You understand? Too bad you can't put pictures in the chat room. I'm going to forward this to you, Marah. All right. Let's see if you can put this disgusting thing up. See, the world has tried to get you to normalize this lifestyle. They've tried to get you to normalize this lifestyle because they're trying to copy the Roman Empire. Did you get it? Oh, shoot. Did I? Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I sent it or texted to you, to your phone. That's one of him, but that ain't the one. You got to get that one with him looking like Michael Jackson. That ain't the one. Nope. Check your phone, Mariah. I texted it to you just now. Is it in there?
Yes, sir.
Can you use it? Can you get it up on screen for them?
Cut on one con, sir. I'm gonna send it to the show right now.
And of course, they're gonna sweep this part under the rug. They're gonna act like this is nothing. When this is what you about to see, this photograph right here, you about to see a nightmare. You about to see Frankenstein. You about to see the face of demonic possession. You don't need to go to a horror movie, man. I'm about to show you a horror movie right now. I'm about to show you Freddy Krueger in the flesh. Give me some more of them other ones. Count Dracula. Who else?
Jason.
Oh, yeah, that's the main one. You know what I mean? Freddy Krueger's that one with them nails in the hat, right? You understand? Go ahead.
The Hellraiser.
The Hellraiser. Who else? You understand? I'm about to show Pinhead. Oh, who put Pinhead in there? Blackie, you dead on target with that. Pinhead. Saw. Come on, Blackie been on the movie. Saw. Black Lee. I've been saying it wrong. I'm calling you Blackie. It's Black Lee, Salakia. I never even heard of Silent Hill. Oh, Chucky. How could we forget Chucky? Kevin got Chucky, man. How the hell could we forget Chucky? You about to see these live. Can you bring him up? Bring this thing up, man. This thing right here. Now, remember now, this thing here. Oh, Michael Myers. Y'all so on it. Pumpkinhead. Oh, that's it. That's this piece of garbage right there Marab about to put up on there. You understand? Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill was scary as hell. From Freddy Krueger, we got him. The Clown. Yeah, the Clown was heavy too. Hell. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna give you some real ones. Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, and a few others. Leatherface. I ain't never seen Leatherface. Hannibal Lecter. Blackley, you got that one. Hannibal Lecter was my favorite. Hannibal Lecter seemed like a real Edomite to me. Like Hannibal Lecter, he played the role. He played the hell out that role. I still watch that. I might go and watch that movie tonight. I still watch that movie. He was so polite and kind and so dignified and had so much class. And meanwhile, this bastard done ate your brains. And that's what this cat done became. And he became this because he copied the spirit of this evil place. He looked like he's trying to be Michael Jackson. That is a demonic monster you looking at right there. You understand? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, I got you. Elite Judah 713. You understand? Like that's what this cat is. This is a cat. You looking at demonic possession. Now remember now, this is the cat that's in the club that all the girls is kissing and loving and liking and love his feminine ways. Talk about he's in touch with his feminine ways. When this man here is obviously been horribly child molested, horribly violated in many, many ways as a child, which is why he took his vengeance out on children. Look at this cat. He had his whole face carved up. He didn't even look like that. This is a cat that's full of madness and sickness from the horrors that's being allowed to be promoted in this empire. What you got to understand is that Satan wants demons to run free. That demon on you to kill your baby, he wants it free. That demon on you to live an alternative lifestyle, he wants it free. And I pray you could wake up and see that. I pray you could wake up and see it. Paul was an exceptional brother. He was an exceptional brother because here was a man that was seeking to kill us as a people for violating the rules of the government. And Paul was able to see through the Lord's miracles that he could not be an agent of the government's way of life anymore. And Paul got wise and turned against the Sanhedrin, whom he had been a part of since he was young, whom he supported, whom he loved, whom he respected when they harmed the children of the Lord. You can go back and read that in Acts, including Stephen. And he had to turn from that. And I pray you brothers out there can wake up and see that this is an abomination to the Most High. If you could, Marah, get me that scripture, if you could, where the Lord said, I'm paraphrasing, those that you love are an abomination to the Lord. You know the one I'm talking about? They that are esteemed in this place are an abomination to the Lord. Marah be on point with it. Big shout out to Marah, y'all. Give it up. Damn right. You understand? Jigsaw. Oh, man. No Cowards, Virginia. Jigsaw was another one. You know what I mean?
Somebody posted Jim Jones.
John. Listen, let me just let everybody know. This, not Jim Jones, Jigsaw, Salakia. Let me explain something to you. This is an Israelite. This is your people right here. This is your people, you understand, removed from you into the spirit of Satan. This is what happens when you give your soul over to the empire's way of thinking and become subject to the empire. This is what happens. This is what happens when you count on the empire to solve the problems that you must solve by serving the Most High. I said this years ago. We should have went down to the Mexican border and married every one of our brothers and sisters. You understand? Princess Yahawada, I know you wish he was, but I'm afraid that is an Israelite. I know his skin is bleached. His face looked like an Edomite. But Marah, pull up the other picture of him before he went and had the surgery and went totally into being a sodomite. That one you pulled up earlier? He looked, before all of this you see on that screen, this cat looked just like a cat working in the field picking lettuce and vegetables. He looked just like him. He looked just like a cat pulling vegetables and lettuce before. That's him right there to the right. There you go. That's him. That's the same brother. And he looked like any other cat that you see working in the grocery store or doing gardening or all that. But he didn't want to be a gardener. He didn't want to pick lettuce. He wanted to be part of the Edomite world. He wanted to be loved and partied and celebrated in the in crowd. So instead, he decided to act on his molestation and go totally into being a part of the kingdom to where he started looking like an Edomite. You understand? Check it out. You brought it up already? Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at him. That's the same brother. That's the same brother before he had his face carved up. You understand? There you go. Wait a minute. Barack Wana. Big shout out to Barack Wana all the way in Canada. She said he used to work with his grandfather farming. He used to farm with his He looked like one of them cats out there farming. Jump off the back of one of them trucks, man, and get it on. He looked just like it. But the other picture is the picture of him possessed. Go back to the other picture if you could, Marah. This is him possessed with Satan. You understand? This is him possessed with Satan. There you go. That's a different brother right there. This is after the horror of being molested begins to come out. Then you turn into another person, and that's why this place is so evil, and it is why we, you understand, have to come together and battle to bring righteousness in. It's why I get up every day. You understand? Every day I get up to wake up more soldiers, man. And big shout out to all the brothers, man, on Facebook that post every time we wake up another brother. And y'all brothers is super righteous and kind with me because you always throw me in and give me an honor for waking up brothers and sisters and bringing them up because it is my life's work. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. Paul made a statement. He said, I count everything lost for the kingdom of heaven. That's what he said. He said I'm paraphrasing. He counted everything lost. He would rather lose everything he ever had just to get to the kingdom of heaven. And brother, I want to see that for every one of our brothers and sisters, man. Every one of you I want to see make it into this kingdom of heaven, because this place is hell. And that brother's full of demons, man. Read this scripture, Mariah, and then I want to bring out some stuff on this whole situation.
We're in the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 15. And he said unto them, ye are they which justify yourselves before men.
See that? You are they that justify yourselves among men. Homosexuals have rights. Trannies have rights. You know, anti-homosexual bills. Homophobia. You understand? You a hate group if you come out and speak against all of that. This is why we speak against it, because the Lord said it. Don't nobody want to trust the Most High. Well, we'll trust him. We're going to trust him and stand with him. We know he's right. We know the prophecies he said would come to pass are coming to pass every day. And certainly we can't trust the man that enslaved us for 400 years and stripped us of our very identity. We don't even know who we are. We surely can't trust him. So we might as well trust the man that told us he had a plan to get us out of here. We might as well find the God of niggas, man. And I ain't ashamed to say it. I hear all the talk, don't call black people niggas. Man, damn that. Nigga God is who I serve. Somebody asks you, what's your religion? Oh, I don't have a religion. I worship the nigga God. Tell them. Tell them.
That's right.
Say it to them so they can be shocked. Their eyeballs could pop out their goddamn head and ask you who the hell is the nigga God. And when they ask you who the nigga God, go to the scripture where it said the Ancient of Days did sit, whose hair was white and wool. Break that shit down to them, all right? Because without that, you're going to have these type of brothers, Ramos or Ramirez, whatever his name was, you're going to have these brothers. And it's shameful, man. It's shameful what this cat did being in this demonic state. Homosexuality is a demon brought on by trauma. In many cases, not all, but in many cases brought on by trauma or molestation. They just came out with, we brought it out on Monday. They said on Monday that the Southern Baptist Conference, one of the biggest religious institutions in America, if not the biggest. Big shout out to Kahantam Yah. And big shout out to Zana Yah. Zana Yah went out there in Buffalo and handled that business for the UPK. Give it up for him.
That's right.
You understand? We're going to try to play his tape also at the end. So, you know, the Southern Baptist Conference, I say in poverty for the Poverty Center, Southern Baptist Conference, okay, just got caught in the biggest biggest molestation scandal of the time, of this year. They got caught suppressing the people who was being molested, suppressing the lawsuits. They're doing exactly what the Roman Catholic Church is. And it shows you that these religious institutions do not believe that they can actually stop sin. That's why they hide it. Why would you suppress something that you know you can stop? You only suppress it when you don't know that you can stop it. And they don't know that they can stop it, so they suppress it. And because they suppress it, you suffer. You should have seen they was showing them girls crying. Them girls got raped in them bathrooms and in them back offices. Them old white men, old and smelling like dead fish, snatched them girls up. Them girls in there trying to find God. Got on a skirt trying to do the right thing. They snatch them up in them offices, rip their drawers off and rape them. Violently, they said sometimes. And these bastards hide the perpetrator, move him. They sometimes pay out the lawsuit and still hide the perpetrator, move him somewhere else, doing exactly what the Catholic Church does. This cat here, this brother here, almost most certainly was a victim of that molestation. Almost most certainly. You finish the verse. What you holding, Marah, before I go to this other part?
I said I'm in the middle, sir.
Go ahead.
Luke chapter 16, verse 15 in the middle. But God knoweth your hearts, for that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of God.
That's what's so beautiful about the Most High, man. The Most High is such an amazing being. He said that thing that you look at is great. Celebrate your homosexuality. Got niggas dressed up in pink and all that. You ever see the gay parade? They naked and just the nastiest thing you ever seen. And they celebrating that. And you can't say nothing or they damn near want to riot. And the Lord said, it's an abomination. It's looked at as it's esteemed as big and great, but to the Most High, it's a goddamn abomination, man. It's a horrible thing. And that's what happened here. What happened here, which I've seen many, we've gone over many of these cases, where some molestation is taking place and some child cannot deal with it when they become an adult. They become vicious and desensitized and angry and violent. The cat that killed Versace, that cat that blew away Versace in front of his house, he was one of them cats. Molested as a child, another Latino brother. I think his name was Cunanan. He was molested as a child, lived as a homosexual on the street, sold his body to make money to survive. Imagine that, in the richest country in the world, you have to sell your body to keep a roof over your head. And then, and once again, and you're going to argue with me about us coming together, us being one? Are you out your damn mind? Like, you want me to listen to you when our people got to sell their body? We got sisters swinging on a pole in the richest empire in the world. And you mean to tell me we can't come together to help ourselves enough that the most poorest and suffering sister does not have to sell herself? If that ain't on our agenda, nigga, I don't want to talk to you. You niggas in the church, you old Christian cranktified niggas, man, who won't stand up for a goddamn thing. You understand? And this happening to us, and you won't come together on none of it. I can't wait for the Lord to get rid of you, man. Them churches hurting right now. They hurting like crazy. Brother called me up the other day, told me about some church down in D.C., 5,000 square feet. I laughed. He said, this building abandoned. They ain't had no congregation. You understand? I'm laughing and cracking up about the whole damn thing. Let's get some more. That was it on that, Marah?
Kind of one con.
Let me read something, because I know I'm burning up the time. Let me read something to y'all, man, that you may not know. You may know. How many of you knew that homosexuality was a disease in the past? Homosexuality was a clinical disease in the past. It wasn't until later on that they changed the law, that they changed it and tried to bring it out. Okay, check this out. This is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Health. Like, this the manual. This the one they use. This the one sitting in the doctor's office. This is it. Here's what it says. 302 sexual deviations. Hold up now. Wait a minute. Let me download this joint. Okay, hold on 1 second, fam. Let me just read this. And I'm going to come back to them guns, Q. I ain't forget them damn guns. Oh, damn. Hold up.
It's like, so I also have the other scripture for you, too, that you asked for with Yahawashi.
Please, we're going to come to it. Bear with me 1 second. Try this one more time. Okay, this is a different kind of file. I can't open it. But let me try to read it, all right? Here's what it says. It says, let me see, can I turn it? Yeah. See if I can turn it. All right. Now, this is the medical manual. This is their manual, not mine. This is theirs. 302 sexual deviations. This category is for those whose sexual interests are directed primarily towards objects other than towards sexual acts not usually associated with coitus. So this is like strange sexual acts. Here's what they said. It's not my words, it's their words. Here's what they said. Let me see if I can get this right. All right, bear with me. This is in their medical journal pertaining to our people and what we are suffering in this place, man. Hang on. Let me get what you... Okay, here we go. Here we go. When homosexuality stopped being a mental disorder. Not until 1987 did homosexuality completely fall out of the DSM. That was the medical book I just mentioned. First published in 1968, the second edition of the American Classification of Mental Disorders listed homosexuality as a mental disorder. So homosexuality was a mental disorder until 1987. In 1973, the American Psychiatric Association asked all members attending its convention to vote on whether they believed homosexuality should be a mental disorder. Imagine that. They had a vote about it. Like, this wasn't doctors that just examined the situation. They created a vote over it. 5,000 psychiatrists voted to remove homosexuality from the DSM. 3,800 said to not remove it from it. The APA then compromised, removing homosexuality from the DSM, but replacing it in effect with sexual orientation disturbance for people in conflict with their sexual orientation. So in other words, they backed up off of it. That's what happened here. What happened here is a brother that got molested turned into a sociopath because of the horrible molestation that took place with him. They want to make it about guns, but it ain't about no guns, man. They ain't gonna do nothing about no guns. They couldn't do nothing about guns if they wanted to. I told you just a month ago, they pulled a van over with 400 guns in it. 400 guns right here in Philadelphia. So if they pulled over a van with 400 guns, brother, ghost guns, you can forget about trying to stop guns on the street. The Edomites gonna make a king's ransom making bullets in their basement, selling them to black people in the ghetto. They looking at all this shooting and killing, and in their mind, man, if I could get a piece of the market. If I could get a piece of the market is what they thinking. They thinking Remington, Glock, you understand, Beretta, Winchester, all of them getting paid on it. They saying, man, we should be able to get some of this money. So that's a joke. They turned this into a sexual disturbance in conflict with sexual orientation. Not until 1987 did homosexuality completely fall out of the DSM. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization only removed homosexuality from its classification with the publication of its 1992 ICD-10. So the World Health Organization didn't even classify it out of their records until 1992. This is a mental disorder, man. That's Franken. Bring his picture up one more time for me, Marah. That's Frankenstein.
So like I said, can you repeat that again? What you said about what they did in 1992?
Meanwhile, the World Health Organization, the one that was trying to tell you what to do about COVID, only removed homosexuality from its ICD classification with the publication of the ICD-10 in 1992. Although ICD-10 still carries the construct of ego-dystonic sexual orientation. Dystonic sexual orientation. I don't even know what that is. Somebody that know what ego-dystonic sexual orientation is, y'all let me know. In this condition, the person is not in doubt about his or her sexual preference, but wishes it were different because association, psychological, and behavioral disorders. Meaning they're only going to call it a disorder if the person feels like they're homosexual but should not be homosexual. Then they say they'll call it a disorder. Brother, this is a sickness, man, and a demon. You brought it back up already, right? Yup. And a demon that's on us, man, that got this brother killed. That's why he killed his grandmother. He wanted to kill something for the pain he suffered inside, so he murdered our 20 babies, which is what that demon does. The demon of homosexuality, is a selfish demon. It's a demon of self-centeredness. That's why they always want to party and get into plays and become movie stars and play music. That's why there's so much homosexuality in the entertainment business, because it's damn near like to maintain the demon, you have to show, because the demon wants to be seen. Like, ain't no homosexual demon that keep you in the house. A homosexual demon wants to be out in the open, wants to give shock value to people, wants to dress up like a woman so that everybody be like, damn, you see that? Wants to hold hands with another man or another woman. That's what the demon wants. The demon is trying to bring homosexuality into the open space. That's why the homosexuals that came against Lot came out and wanted them brothers in the open, because that's what that demon is. And that's what this is, man. Saying this ain't, our people ain't mass shooters. We don't do that. But if you got a demon on you from pain and suffering in hell of homosexuality, then you gonna act like an Edomite, because they full of demons. Go ahead, Marah.
If I may, sir, just like you taught us, that homosexual demon is violent. That's one thing it is. It's definitely violent.
It's a violent demon.
And
sir. Of course, it will be no mention of his homosexuality in this event. It will be no examination of all the times he done been in therapy or got called into the school nurse or whatever case may be. There'll be no discussion of any of that. You understand? There'll be no talk of any of that. You know what I mean? The first thing, if you was to hold that thought, don't lose it. If you're a good detective, the first thing you'd be looking at is the grandfather. Why? Because he murdered the grandmother. Why? I mean, he didn't kill her. I think she's still alive. Why did he shoot the grandmother? More than likely, he blames her for the molestation. He blames her. It's an evil, horrible thing to do to a child. That's an evil thing to do to a child. Take a little ass kid, can barely just talk, 5, 6, 7, 10, and to violate the child like that, you're doing something very, very evil. You understand? You're doing something very evil. And to do that to a child, man, damages that child, man, for the rest of their life. It's like a murder. It's like you done murdered that child, because the person that they were, they're not that person anymore. And they got to fight for years to get back to be that person. You understand? Got to live with the what ifs or what could have been or all of that. It's just a horrible thing to do to a human, which is why Satan loves it. He loves it. Go ahead, Marah. You was going to say something on this, Salakia?
Kind of want to so just to bring out a few comments, if I may. So I know how you like to address the comments. Yashar Banav said flamboyant, talking about that spirit.
That's the right spirit. That was the right word, Shara. Flamboyant. Go ahead.
Khan Wakan, Salaki, I just lost it. General Q. Hold on, let me get it real quick.
Staying there with them because he got into a fight with his mom.
General Q said when asked why he thought Ramos reportedly committed the mass shooting Marino said Ramos was just mad at the world. They wouldn't accept him the way he was.
Mm-hmm. Like you get molested, and then you begin to think without therapy that you're homosexual. And then you begin to stand up for that rights. And then when the world don't accept you, people laugh at you and look at you because you look weird. Then you get angry because you're not being accepted like anybody. You want to be accepted in regular society. You're not being accepted, you become angry. And the person who never protected you, you turn your anger on them in many cases. I'm not saying that's the case with his grandma, but I'd be looking at it if I was a detective, because that's where usually you turn your anger to, and then you go murder that person, man. I'm way over the time. 10:09. I ain't gonna never get to these other stories if I don't get into this. Let me finish this up. You understand? Which is crazy. Which is absolutely crazy, man. And on to the, okay, let me, did I get the rest of that? Let me just make sure I read everything on this.
Did you want the last scripture? General Q posted one about Sodom.
Please, let's do that one. And at the meantime, I'm gonna pull up and listen, and big shout out to Sister Halba said that the what's she say? Let me get this right. The governor said it wasn't about guns, but about mental illness. You're right. It was about mental illness that you created in this empire by allowing sexual deviancy to be promoted in this empire, man. Let me tell you something, man. The power of repentance is important. Like if you don't place sins where sins belong, so people can repent for their sins, then those sins become part of the fabric of society and they destroy the society, namely the society of the 12 tribes. Molesting children in South America is big time. That Protestant church, is it the Protestant church? Which one is that? Pentecostal church. That Pentecostal church is doing mad molestation down there in them northern tribes down there in Central and South America. The Mormons doing the same too. Don't think the Mormons is all pure and right too. They all in Mexico molesting children. And I ain't got to tell you about the big dog themselves, the Roman Catholic Church. And this don't never get addressed. This is what must be addressed among us. And we have to address it. Go ahead.
Got on Wakanda, the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 9.
Oh, yeah.
The shoe of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
Right.
They hide it not. Woe unto their soul.
Right.
For
they hide it not. And woe, which means destruction, onto their soul, man. Onto your soul. Like if you've been living that lifestyle, man, you need to recognize that you got to come out of it. And then you got to start the journey of coming out of it, because it's going to be a journey. But to think that you could just uphold it, you turn it into Sodom and Gomorrah. And you liable to do something as crazy and stupid and wicked as this piece of garbage. 20 babies, man, cry because of your personal pain. What a selfish pig. What a selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed, narcissistic effing pig. You're going to take 20 babies' lives because you mad at what happened to you instead of getting some goddamn therapy, man? Go ahead, Doc.
For they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Exactly. You reward evil onto yourself, man. Okay. They're going to try to make it, and they're making it a gun battle because they just battling the Democrats. Like every incident is a battle over who going to win an election. It have nothing to do with you. Only an idiot believes politicians, man. Politicians lie for a living. That's how they get a paycheck. You dumb enough to believe them and think that they talking about something pertaining to you. You're a fool. You're an absolute fool. And you do not understand what it takes to help you and your people, man. You understand? Was that it on that, Morale? Because if you're not holding it, I got a couple of goodies here I wouldn't mind touching base on before we go on to the next story. Let me know.
I'm ready, sir.
All right. Get me Micah 2 and 10. You know this one. You know what I'm saying? 20 of our babies, man. I'm having a drink for them babies tonight, man. SHALAM, man, for all them babies, man. That died out there, man. You got to force yourself, please. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit myself after you hit it too. Come on, Marah. Come on, get down. Let me tell you something. Me and Marah over here drinking top shelf. It's just the two of us in there. So if you got it, pour it, because we have been here having a ball, okay? Dropping the knowledge of this truth. Let me tell you something. If I could. Our people, you got to force yourself to love your own, man. Because this man has forced you to love what he wanted you to love. And you've loved it. Now you're going to have to force yourself to love your own. Like this type of tragedy shouldn't just be swept under the rug like nothing never happened. You should hug your babies and say to yourself, this could have been my babies. And listen, and it will help you to see the danger that you're in this place, man. To see how this place, because of the promotion of so much wicked and demonic and satanic things, this place is dangerous for you and your babies, man. And you can't be asleep here as though it's fine. 10 of our brothers and sisters up there killed up there in Buffalo. 10 of them slaughtered with assault rifles at the end of their age. And these babies in Texas, they was getting ready to be out of school in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I think they had maybe it might have been 2 days. 2 weeks or something like that. They was almost done with classes and got slaughtered down there, man. Damn shame. Go ahead, read Micah for me.
Got on one con. So I'm gonna put it up on the big screen. That's what. In the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right. Q said it was 2 days. In 2 days, they was going to be out of school, and this punk-ass nigga turned around and shot them all up. Punk-ass bitch. Shot them all up, and they was going to be out of there in 2 days, man. It's messed up, man. Babies ain't do nothing to nobody, man. Them babies, and here's the thing. Our people, without that demon, we wouldn't even do it to Edomite. You wouldn't kill no Edomite babies. How many niggas you think would go out and kill 20 white babies? Are you crazy, man? Nigga turn the gun on himself before he go kill 20 white babies, man. You wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't encourage you to do it. You understand? Because you love them so much. Go ahead,
Got on one con, sir. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
This is not your rest, man. Trying to rest in this place. Join the political system. Go to their little suit-wearing churches and be a part of their suit-wearing churches. Trying to be into all the carnal things they into in social media. Trying to accept everything they pushing on you. Homosexuality, all kind of demonic broads. Man, there's some of that when that heat temperature went up to 100 degrees, it felt like every black and Latino woman just took all her clothes off and came outside. Did it not, Marah?
Got on one con, sir.
It felt like, I was like, damn. It was like overnight. The heat went up to like 100 degrees. Overnight, every broad got naked in the street. Put on your dress and your skirt, sis. Honor yourself. Honor what the Lord gave you, man. Honor your dignity, man. You understand? Honor your dignity. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something else too, man. This is a wake-up call for our brothers and sisters in this respect. Once again, we got to have security for us. That's what the Black Panther Party tried to start. The Black Panther Party tried to have security for the neighborhood because the white supremacists was coming out of the country killing black people in LA. So they tried to have some security and get their guns up. You understand? And of course, the first chance they got, they locked them up. And don't you niggas tell me about going out and handling some guns on these Edomites, man. Don't you even open your stupid ass mouth about why we ain't out killing and doing in these Edomites. We ain't doing it because your dumb ass ain't woke up, man. That's why the hell we ain't doing it. Because you too goddamn dumb to know you got to fall into these ranks. You understand? There's a time for all of that. This the time to wake your dumb ass up. And that's exactly what we're doing in here. So don't try to question us. It's insane, man. Don't nobody hate this beast more than us, man. At every front. Go ahead, Doc.
Khan. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
Right. It's polluted, man. And you going into a pollution trying to look the other way. And them Issacharites, man, there should have been security on them doors out. There should have been locks on them doors, armed security on them doors. And let me tell you something, Mark. Let me tell you something. I see it so clear. And I pray you see it. If you study in the scriptures with the ISUPK, you'll be able to see this as clear as I see it. And that is that we are not at our rest. So everything that's happening to us is got to become a lesson what not to do. Like, boy, we got to wake up to the idea that we have a Father in heaven and he will punish you. What happened out there in Texas, it says you are too comfortable. You don't have security. You're not protecting the brothers and sisters. Same with Buffalo. That says you got to. I've been saying this for 30 years. We should have gated communities in the hood. Black people should have gated communities in the middle of hell and poverty. We should have gated communities. We should force the city council to change certain streets and to put certain things in place to lock off certain areas and make them gated. Why? To protect ourselves from this animal and all that he creates to harm ourselves, man. This Ramos cat or whatever his name is, he was created by the slave master to harm us. That's what's taking place here, man. And we should be on it. This should be the wake-up call and the lesson. Because, brother, the pain them 20 families is feeling tonight. Oh, my God, the pain they feeling tonight. Shameful, sad, horrifying, inconsolable what's happening to them, man. It's crazy. I had so much more, Marab, but if I don't get up off it, man, we ain't going to never get to these other stories. You understand? You was taking brothers to child support court. Come on, Q. You got me covered in here. You understand? You was taking brothers to child support court when them brothers could have been holding a gun, making sure nobody don't overthrow that school or the supermarket. He should have had to meet 4 or 5 guns before he got up in there to them babies, man. To them beautiful, wonderful, innocent, wonderful, amazing little beautiful babies, man. Piece of garbage, man. And that other asshole up there in Buffalo drive 2 hours to murder our elderly. What a punk ass nigga, man. And of course, the Latino brother's dead and the Edomite is alive, as usual. They so know how to talk down the Edomite. They got such patience with him. It's shameful, man. You understand? It was shameful, but it's a wake-up call. It's a beautiful wake-up call. We should be stepping up security for ourselves against what it is that they're doing and what it is that even their agents are doing, meaning those that have been converted in the mind to be against us, man. It's crazy, huh? It's insane. You know what I mean? Let's go on, Marah. You holding anything else?
Sir. Just when Yahweh wept, I do have that one.
Read that, and then I got one more for you, then we'll move on from the story. Unless y'all anybody want to add something to the comments, man, hit me in the chat. Whatever you want to add, now's the time to add it, man, because this is, everybody should be able to speak out on this. Everybody should be able to have something to say on this, man.
You want the one about Lazarus? If that,
I'll take it if you want to give it to me, but I want the one with Christ wept.
verse 30, John chapter 11, verse 33.
You better understand something. That this man that we about to read about is the king of this nation. And everything he said and did is to be looked at as gospel to us. Everything he said and did is everything that governs our life. Every piece of bread he ate, every utterance out of his mouth is how we're to live and govern our life. That is a holy king, man. Worthy to be worshiped. You understand? Sent from the Lord to give us a second shot at ruling this planet. We better listen to everything he says. And he was compassionate in certain quarters, but not for everybody. Go ahead.
It's the book of John, chapter 11, verse 33. When Jesus, verse 32. Then when Mary was come where Yahushua was and saw him, fell down at his feet, saying unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. When Yahushua therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit.
He groaned in the spirit that she was short on the faith that man could live. He groaned. It was like, she just don't know. She weak. She don't understand. Go ahead.
And was troubled and said, where have ye laid him? They said unto him, Lord, come and see. Yahushua wept. Then said the Jews, behold how he loved him.
They saw him weep for this brother. You understand? But there's another scripture where it says he went up on the mountain before the people and saw how they were suffering and he wept. I think it's in John. All right, go ahead. But was you finished on this one? Go ahead, finish that one. I'm going to read Blackie's statement. Blackie got a good point right here.
And some of them said, could not this man which opened the eyes of the blind have caused that even this man should not have died? Yahushua therefore again groaned in himself, cometh to the grave. It was a cave, and a stone laid upon it.
Go ahead.
Yahushua said, take ye away the stone. Martha, the sister of him that was dead, saith unto him, Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he have been dead for 4 days.
Go ahead.
Then Yahushua said unto him,
this your king talking. Go ahead.
Said not I unto thee, that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of God.
Right. Like Christ wants you to believe in this kingdom. Wants you to be down with him in this kingdom, man. Even if somebody died in the COVID-19, even if they got killed in that damn school, he wants you to be fervent about this kingdom, fervent about building this kingdom. He groaned in his spirit over them having a lack of faith about what he could do. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what I would have give to walk with that king. What I would have give to be there during that time and see that king do what he did. I would pay damn near anything to have been there to see that out. Like that was love on a level you don't even understand. I don't even think your body could contain that level of love. That level of love would crush every demon in you, man, and wipe away every pain you ever had because it was on another level, brother. And that is what we strive to be. And this UPK, we striving for that. We believe in that. Go ahead, Marab. Was that it? You got a little bit more?
I can drop down to the main part, sir, while I get the other
read
scripture.
That part real quick.
Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid, And Yahushua lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. Salakia, I'm going to skip down. Verse 43. And when he thus spoken, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth.
Amen. Them the days we need. We need the days that we care about each other so much that we'll raise the dead to bring them back, to bring our nation back. Here's what I want to say about what Blackie said. Blackie was right on it. Black Lee, Salakia Black Lee. Here's what I'm saying. I don't want the school boards to hire us. Damn that. I want our own schools. I want the school boards to pay us for running our own schools because we don't want no influence from them. We don't want them running the school. Some sodomite sitting up there teaching your kid or some lesbian trying to secretly molest your daughter. No, we want our own schools, man. God damn it. We've been here 400 years and built this stinking ass kingdom. You telling me we can't even raise our own children to have our own? Blackley, you right. You on the right track. But I'm adding the, like a poker game. I'm raising you 5. And I know you understand exactly what I'm saying. We should be moving towards our own. We ain't built 50 schools for nothing. And we're going to build 50 more. And brother, we're going to put these schools in action when it comes to our people, man, like we've been doing. You know what I mean? So with you right on point, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That was real kind of you too, Blackley. But I'm trying to get your name right because I think you had the right name on it. You know what I mean? I think you got it right. You know what I mean? Like that's the right spirit. Like once again, the nigga God and everything black should be. Yeah, don't let me start because I'll start. You know I'll start. I'll be calling for a reader and shit in 2 seconds. Salaki. Come on, Marah. We in there.
I have the scripture, sir, if you
Go
still
ahead.
want it. It's Luke chapter 19, verse 37. Salaki.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 37. And when he was come nigh, even now at the descent of the Mount of Olives, the whole multitude of disciples began to rejoice and praise the power with a loud voice for the almighty works that they had seen.
They saw Christ stand up for righteousness. You stupid ass niggas telling us to get our guns. You dumb as you could be. We got our guns. We know when to use them too. You understand? You want us to go get guns and get out there and act a fool before we've waking up these people. You better read about the king that we follow. Man, we follow a bad-ass king. This is the baddest nigga that ever walked the planet right here. You understand? And if you can't see it, nigga, smack yourself. Just crack yourself across the face because you cannot see it. And then maybe, just maybe the Lord will have mercy on you and let you see what kind of revolutionary this brother right here was. That's why he's worthy to be a king, man. You understand? He's so worthy to be a king, it ain't right for nobody else to call themselves a king. It ain't even right because you can't measure up to this brother right here. Go ahead, Marah. Read that part one more time, man.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 37. And when he was come nigh, even now at the descent of the Mount of Olives, the whole multitude of the disciples began to rejoice
There it is.
and praise the power with a loud voice.
The multitude did this. Go ahead.
For all the mighty works that they had seen.
For everything they seen him do. We supposed to be mimicking that, man. You understand? We supposed to mimic that. We supposed to love them babies, man. I heard some of the brothers going out there too. And let me tell you something else too, man. That incident took place an hour and 28 minutes from Acuna, Texas, where Captain Yatazak and the Rangers of the UPK went down and fed all the Haitians at.
Right.
An hour and 28 minutes away from that border, they murdered them babies, man. And that piece of garbage who killed them, that low-life dog meat that killed them, I mean, that bastard went and helped all the white supremacists that's angry and hate that the Mexicans are coming across the border back onto their own goddamn land, California. Los Angeles, San Diego. That's their goddamn land. And they coming across the border trying to teach their children. And let me tell you, them Israelites, they beautiful people, man. They are beautiful people, that tribe. And this bastard, because you a mad, angry molestation case, trying to live the life of Michael Jackson and the homosexuality, you gonna murder 20 of them babies, man. Goddamn sicko. Go ahead, Marah, finish it, because I know I got to get up off it now. Everybody trying to go to bed at 11 o'clock. We trying to finish. Go ahead.
Got on one con. Verse 38, saying, Blessed be the King that cometh in the name of the Lord.
Right.
Peace in heaven and glory in the highest.
Peace and glory to the highest. That cometh as in the highest, man. That is our King, man. And the perfect is, and let me tell you something, man. You ain't got no damn excuse. The Lord let our King live a life of righteousness, get killed in that living that life, and then had us record the records to pass to every brother so he could, so you ain't got to wonder. He gave you the record so you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Right.
Right, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, he gave you the records of how he walked so we can be down with him. You understand? And if you was trying to roll with him, you would never be a homosexual. You would fight it tooth and nail. You'd get therapy. You take whatever medications you had to take. You understand? You'd be totally against it. You'd ask to, you know, you'd be praying night and day, and the Lord would hear it and change you from what happened. You'd bring charges on the people that molested you and did these wrong things that's holding over your head, if possible. You understand? You do all those things, and you get back to yourself, and you become a servant of our King. You don't go in no school with no goddamn automatic weapon to kill babies. What a pig. What a disgusting, low-life pig to do that. You understand? Following them Edomites who've been killing us since the days of the slave catchers. Following them. Zimmerman. Rittenhouse. Give me some more of them. Going all the way back to them bastards in New York, that old piece of garbage, punk-ass white boy, Bernard Getz, shot up them brothers in that subway. Dead-ass, punk-ass Edomites just taking advantage and destroying brothers, man. All right, I got to get off it. Yeah, you right. All right. Is that it, Mara? On that, or you holding something else? I'm trying to go through them. Go ahead. Read 2 more verses, and I got to give you 1 more scripture, and then we're getting off.
It's the book of Luke. I'm going to try to skip down to as well. Verse 39, chapter 19, verse 39. And some of the Pharisees from among the multitude said unto him, Master, rebuke thy disciples. And he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. And when he was come near and beheld the city, and when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, if thou hadst known, even thou, at the least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now are they hid from thine eyes.
Let me tell you something, Mark. Oh, man, Murat. Oh, my God, Murat. Like, I live that plane right now. I live what you just read. I live that plane you just read right there. Like, Christ wept, and here's why he wept. He wept because you and I could not see what it was that he was trying to do for us. Read it again, Murat. Like, we couldn't see it. And that's how you become a homosexual, victim of child molestation, and murder 20 babies. Go ahead, Murat. Read it 1 more time.
Con 1 con. Verse 40. And he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. And when he was
Meaning this had to be said. This had to be spoken of the world because of the evil of this world. Y'all hate us, man. But these things we got to say, this must be said. Or the stones will cry out because what we say is Christ's words, man. This is what the world is crying about and in pain. Like, this righteousness must be said. The injustice to the 12 tribes must be said, man. It must be brought out. Like, somebody must say homosexuality is wrong, despite how they feel. Somebody got to say it for your soul's sake, man. Go ahead, Mara.
Con 1 con. Verse 41. And when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it,
Mm.
saying, if thou hadst known, even thou, at the least in this thy day,
If you had known the least in your day, if you had known the least that you could have known in your day, go ahead.
the things which belong unto thy peace,
The things that belong unto your peace, the things that put you in the kingdom of heaven, the things that wipe out your stress, the things that stop the gun violence among you and yours, the things that wipe out the drug. If you had known the least of it, you could have changed your world. That's what he's saying. That's what your king is saying. Go ahead, Marah, finish it.
Kanamakan. But now they are hid from thine eyes.
But they hid. And that's why if you in this truth, if you watching this show right now and you in this truth, you should thank the Lord after this show is over. You should send up a prayer and say, Lord, thank you for bringing me in this truth. Thank you for opening my eyes. Thank you for letting me see the future. Thank you for letting me see the world that I'm living in. Because that's what he's saying. And he's saying that for the ones that sitting in that city that he's looking at that don't understand their way out of that hell. He cried for them. Christ cried for them. Listen, your king ain't no bitch-ass politician. It's a bad-ass cat. Badder than anybody. Go ahead, Marah. I never get to the others if I don't slow myself down. Go ahead.
Kanamakan. For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee in on every side and shall lay thee even with the ground and thy children with thee within thee.
And that's exactly what happened in 70 AD. And that's what's going to happen again. Now, you think this man love you. You think Joe Biden love you because he done put Kamala Harris up there. Christ said they're going to cut a moat around you, a trench around you, meaning they're going to cut you off and starve you to death in this evil place. This is going to happen. It's already happening. They're already killing brothers in the street. And every nation in the world is here in America. Not one nation have stood up and said, yo, man, this is wrong what you're doing to black people. Rarely they might make a comment, but other than that, that's it. And that's why you got to rely on Christ. Am I done, Marah? Because I done ran, ridiculously long on this.
It's the last of it, sir.
Come on.
Right here. It's the end of the verse. Shalaki be in the middle. And they shall not leave thee, Shalaki, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation.
Right. They're going to leave one stone upon another because you don't understand that God is about to judge this place. This is the time of your
That's right.
This is the time of your visitation. You don't understand that they're going to kill and murder and slaughter your people because you do not understand this is the time of this visitation. You trying to celebrate homosexuality, bring homosexuality into the forefront, celebrate them, celebrate transvestites, celebrate them dressing cross-dressing, all of that. You trying to bring it into the forefront, accept it, make it part of society. You don't understand what's getting ready to happen. And it's sad. And it is a sad, horrible thing that's going to happen to our people more than even this incident. You understand? More than this incident because, of course, you didn't wake this brother up and change his life. So, of course, it's going to be 10 times worse. It's going to be 10 times worse. Marah, I got to switch gears, man, on this last few minutes, man. You understand? And let me tell you something, if I could, real quick, part of what's going to happen is exactly what's happening with the monkeypox. Whew, why? You they downplaying that monkeypox. That monkeypox, brother, is a horrible, like you get the COVID, you just get a fever and go inside and get sick. You get the monkeypox, boils are coming up on your skin. That is a classic curse from the Most High. And now it's spreading all over the place. They don't even know where it's coming from or how it's happening. That monkeypox is everywhere. Once again, more wake-ups. And let me tell you why this is happening. This is happening so he can separate you from them. This is happening so you could be separated from the other nations. He's forcing you to be separated because that's the only way he can get you out of here. The only way he can end these kingdoms and get you out of here and put you in the kingdom of heaven is he has to separate you from these other nations. We talking biblical prophecy, man. And let me tell you something else you need to wake up on. You don't control shit. Excuse my French. You don't control nothing. The Most High is controlling everything. And
That's right.
And he's making decisions on what is going to go on with you because your forefather Abraham made a covenant with him. And he made a deal, and and God don't give a damn what you think about that deal. Your forefather Abraham made that deal, and thanks be to the Lord, he made that deal. And now he gonna move you how he wants to move you. He gonna bring the monkeypox to separate you from other nations, man. He gonna bring other plagues to separate you from other nations, so he can pull you up out of this kingdom, man. You ain't got no choice. You might think you got a choice, but you ain't got no choice, man. The Most High is a terror, man. And he's going to bring terror down on us. It's sad what happened to these babies, man. You understand? You know what I mean? Give back what you stole. You got it so right. Segregation is of the Most High, God of Israel. You ain't lying, brother. You not lying. We did our time. It's been 400 years. It was all nice. The whole Martin Luther King, Kumbaya. It was all sweet and nice and all that. The white women, Woodstock, you understand, chasing white woman, ball players, getting white woman, that, all that. Beautiful. Done. Time to move on. Time to move on to the real world and the real prophecies and the real things that's supposed to happen. God is bringing it, and he's going to separate us. I'm off of it, Morale. Let's move. Let's go somewhere else because I'll stay on this. We damn near out of time. Where we going?
Kind of one con, sir. Florida man repeatedly punches woman in seemingly random attack at a BP gas station. Community calls for justice as days go by without an arrest.
They haven't arrested this Edomite yet. And once again, they know the tensions are high. And they believe these Edomites need to be able to abuse you. Give me some more, Murrah. You got footage on this, don't you?
Run
the footage on this, man. Let's see this footage.
Completely unacceptable.
Completely unacceptable. And let me tell you something. Let this story we about to read be a wake-up call for you because this is what they want. Like anything, you know what I'm saying? If you got a dog and you going through rough times, you might kick your dog or scream at your dog. Because you know your dog can't do anything about it. He can't even reply or rebuff you because he's a dog. You shouldn't do it. It's wrong, it's evil, it's unjust because the dog didn't do nothing to you. But you do it because you can. And brother, that's your life in this empire.
Right.
That's why you getting shot in the street. That's why there's no mercy on you. That's why it's all this. And I'm in Marab, we're going to run through this story because you got to give me that story where it says black men have been cut out of society. That's coming next. We're going to do this story quickly. Cut me off if I run too long because we're going to read that story to show you you've been cut off out of this society because you refuse to be a dog. You refuse to just go, you refuse to be Fido.
That's right.
You refuse to roll over and play dead. You decided you wanted to be a man and act like a man, so you can't be part of the society. Black men is the golden thing that we need. That's our goal. Don't worry about gold and investments and all that bullshit they talking about because of society. Invest in the brothers. I.S.U.P.K. Invest in these brothers, make them great and strong and solid. Make them amazing. And brother, you're going to have something because number one, you're going to have God on your side. You're going to have the Lord from heaven with all power and authority on your side because he's going to know what you did. That's number one. And everything else is going to roll with it. We'll get to it. Go, Murad, because I don't want to go off too long. Go ahead.
Khan. I'll play the video for you, sir.
Please.
So Jacksonville is representing the victim while she seeks legal counsel, and they said that they were happy to see an arrest made in this case, but don't think that it was handled as quickly and as properly as they say it could have. 59-year-old Kevin Williamson has been arrested after being caught on video punching local woman Ramey McCoy in the face repeatedly. In the police report obtained by Action News Jax, it says the man made racist remarks outside the BP gas station towards someone else. When I spoke to McCoy on Thursday, she said those comments continued inside and ended up directed at her after she asked for space.
As I was turning back around, he swung, and he hit me in the side of my head first. And that first hit in the video, you could see like my mouth immediately dropped. I was shocked.
Ben Frazier with the Northside Coalition is now speaking on the behalf of the McCoy family while she seeks legal counsel. He says this was an outrageous act.
We are relieved to know that
Yes, nigga. All that chivalry talk. You know, you got to respect the woman. You this and that. And meanwhile, this motherfucker, excuse me, this lowlife, take out all his anger on a black woman.
In the video.
You understand? Take out all his anger on a black woman. And they still haven't even arrested him. I mean, he was hitting her with both hands out. He was hitting her like he was in the gym working out on the speed bag. The way he was tagging her up upside her head. You understand? Where was this at, Marah?
Let me check it out now so to see
Please
where it
give
was
me some
at.
background on it.
I think they did. I think they did arrest him, but it wasn't the way. I think it was like days that went by before anything.
Before they finally arrested this piece of garbage. Once again, man, you better recognize that you are vulnerable, and not only you vulnerable, but they are angry. I mean, goddamn, the Lord said, "He shall come down upon you, because he knoweth he have but a little time." You think these shootings is gonna be it? They ain't gonna be it. They're trying to see how strong you're gonna respond. They're gonna get more and more emboldened. They're gonna get more and more emboldened. The cops are gonna have to pull every pickup truck with a white man in it. He's gonna have to pull it over. And if it's 2 or 3, he definitely gonna have to pull it over, because they're gonna be full of guns and ammunition. This brother right here had 375 rounds of ammunition. 370. 30 go in a clip. So every 90 is 3 clips. So that's 9 clips before you even get to the other 75 plus 10 on top of it. That's 85, 95, that's 100. I mean, this cat had like enough to fight off a small army. So imagine the Edomites. They sitting up there with thousands of rounds, and they making their own bullets and their own ghost guns. You looking at a mess on our hands, and you walking around in La La Land trying to be friends with some homosexual and dance and be half naked and be a fool. We are in danger as a people, and only through following our King are we strong enough to unify and to stop what is coming down the pike. Their kingdom is fallen. This is a wrap. They end the Third World War with Russia. You understand? It's over. It's going down. When it hits the Middle East, it's over. So you got to get your head right on loving you and your people and get ready for this, man. This cat just out of nowhere in the grocery store, little words, and went off on a sister. I can't even imagine somebody doing that to my wife. Some Edomite doing that to my wife, he got to go. Like, look at him, mad and angry at black people, just mad that his kingdom is falling. And then here's the sad part. White people, let me wake you up on something. You white people, you being robbed by your own people, you big dummy. White people are playing you. Them corporations are robbing you, white people. And you mad at us like we taking over your country, replacement theory and all that. This shithole, the Lord gonna burn it to the ground. God gonna burn this place to the ground in nuclear war. That ain't your problem. Your leaders have robbed the hell out of you, and you mad at us. Like the scriptures say, you go after the feeble, man. That's what you do. We destroyed, man. And let me tell you something else, too, that people don't know. Wait till you see what these heathens are doing. These Chinese, them Koreans, you got a whole lot of Koreans in this country. And a lot of them side with North Korea. And they armed to the teeth. Them East Indians, they armed to the teeth. Forget about them Arabs. I mean, you know already, they armed to the damn teeth. Africans too. Them Mutubus is armed to the goddamn teeth. And you wait till they get unleashed in this kingdom with the madness that they caught up with. Man, you're going to be a mess. You're going to be a mess. You're going to wish that black people was unified. You're going to beg us. You're going to be on the ground begging us on what we should do in terms of unify. You're going to regret every day you was angry with blacks and Latinos and didn't bring them together. I said it before. We should have went to that border, man, and married every Mexican that was down. Brought them across the border, man, and ran them through immigration. This is shameful that they got to fight for immigration. It's shameful. We should be marrying them off and bringing them in the country, man, and strengthening ourselves. But you just too goddamn stupid in this kingdom to even understand what Christ was trying to say. You didn't even understand what he was trying to say. He told the white woman, let the children first be filled. Let the children first be filled. You didn't even understand that. Let you be strengthened. Let blacks and Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and El Salvadorians and Uruguayans, man, and Brazilians, let them be filled. Let a nigga be filled, and Haitians and West Indians, man.
That's right.
Let them get strengthened and be filled. You don't understand. You didn't understand that. You thought the Bible was a fantasy. You ain't know what nobody was talking because you was so busy with your head up the white Jesus's ass.
That's right.
Your head was so stuck up his behind, you didn't even understand what the hell God was trying to tell your dumb ass. Thanks be to the ISUPK. Your eyes is open. Let me tell you something, man. This was the greatest thing that ever happened to me, brother. This was the greatest life I could ever have. You understand? I feel like Paul, I count everything lost for this kingdom. A shot at seeing this kingdom come up, I'm fighting to lose anything I can. You can call me a sucker, bitch ass nigga, whatever you want. I don't give a damn. I'm going to give everything I can to my brothers and sisters, man. I don't care I'm soft or sucker, whatever, Marah. I don't give a damn. I'm doing it all for I'm doing it all for the kingdom of heaven. Damn that. Damn all.
Right.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, Marah, come on, man. Get me out of here. Give me one more story, man. We done on this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where we
yes,
going?
Sir.
You got to give me that other one I asked for. What was the one I asked for? Give me that before we go.
Cut on one con.
Con, please. Big shout out to everybody that joined us, man. I wanted to get to a lot of y'all comments, man. Okay, give me back what you stole, Salakia, sir, if I may. And that white woman said, yes, my Lord, give me that crumbs. That's right, brother. That fall from the Israelites' table. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Give back what you stole. You in the right spirit. That is so right. Big shout out to Captain, for General Kubalamov. America is a hateful bird. Damn right. Kalea, big shout out to you. ISUPK is the GOAT. This truth is everything. You so right. Like the Lord, like Christ. Once again, listen, man. You understand? I always knew how to accept the gift. I always knew that from young. My parents always made me go thank your uncle for that. Or go thank your grandma. My grandmother used to come from Queens into the Bronx and give us a little money and buy us some treats. My mother always go thank him for that. Go thank your grandmother. Go thank her for that. And I learned how to receive a gift. And let me tell you something. Receiving this truth, man. Like I'm not taking this light. I'm not squandering this. I know the Bible. I know the Bible better than a preacher in the church who went to a university to learn this Bible. And so do you because of the UPK. I'm not taking that lightly. Damn that. You can say what you want. I'm not taking that lightly. I got secrets of the truth that scholars can't understand, that nations fighting over. You got nations fighting over Islam and Christianity and Judaism. I got the answers. Don't tell me nothing. I already understand it. Come on, Mariah. I'm not even going to explain myself no more. Come on. Let's do this, man.
Con on one con.
And you got it too. Wait a minute. Mariah, hold it. Mariah, you got to give me that scripture where Christ said, I thank thee, Lord, for keeping this from the wise and prudent. Give me that one scripture, Mariah. See, y'all gonna make me too happy with these scriptures. I love it too much. I love what the Lord have given us too much, man. You got to know how to receive a gift. These scriptures and these breakdowns and these records, this come from heaven and given down onto us, man, where we know every incident, every situation, every problem that comes up. It is the greatest thing that ever could happen to us, and we should not squander it and wake up every brother and sister and turn them back to the Most High, and we will be a force to reckon with, that the powerfulest nations on this earth will tremble in fear of what the Lord could do with us, man. Who knew that the internet was going to come along and give us the opportunity? I'm sitting up here at 11 o'clock damn near at night, speaking to hundreds of people on the internet. Who knew that that could be possible in the 80s? When we were teaching this truth in the 80s, there was no cell phones. There was no internet. If you didn't go out on the street corner, nobody heard you and knew what the hell you were talking about. Who knew that in the future we would talk to the world through the internet? Who knew? So who knows what the Lord got in store for you in the future? What else is possible? What else he may use to bring this truth forth and to wake your people up and bring them back? Let me tell you something, man. Learn a lesson of faith. Like your life is already effed up. So go serve the Lord. Why not? You in hell. Just go serve the Lord and believe the unbelievable shit. Excuse my French. Because you might as well, because you ain't gaining nothing by not doing it. You surely ain't gaining nothing. People going out, sisters going out fulfilling their career and goddamn miserable as hell. You 40 years old in some house in the suburbs, scared to death somebody gonna kick your door in and rape and murder you because you in there by your goddamn self listening to what the white man told you. So you might as well go serve the Lord, man, and love the Most High, man, and stand with him. Let me get the last so I can get to this last story. I might go over just a minute. I hate to do it on a Wednesday night because I know a lot of you got to go to work and get up and get into your zone, myself included. I got tons of stuff to do in the morning. But bear with me, 10 more minutes. Let me give you a little bit of this last story. You understand?
Con.
That's right. That's right. Who's this? Picard. Yahweh. You right. What do you got to lose, man? Coco Puffy Head, big shout out to you. Coco Puffy Head, big shout out to you, sis. Yashar Banaf, big shout out to you. Another wonderful sister, man. Big shout out to all of y'all out there. You know, what do you got to lose, man? Let's raise this truth. Go ahead,
Con, if I might add one last thing, you also said that oppressors need to be racially profiled, especially when they are 3 or 4 deep in a van. You did say that.
Any man 50 and over, he need to be pulled over every time you see it. Any young man that got a Confederate flag on his car, tattoos, he should be pulled over. Every police officer in America need to have an evaluation. Every cop, every white cop in America needs an evaluation. Because these white cops is sitting in the middle of black and Latino neighborhoods, and all they can think of is that their country is being overthrown by these animals. That's what's in their mind. That their country don't never recognize that you turned us into animals, you dumbass. You turned us into animals. But now you mad that we like animals trying to survive. That's why I said what I said on Monday. I got a lot of comments over that on Monday. Oh, how you going to say that black men should be criminals? I wasn't saying that. What I was saying was, thank God that you got black men that's willing to stand up against society, man. Because them brothers can wake up. But the ones that's sending us down the river like sheep to the slaughter, them fools need to be stopped. That's all I was trying to say. Trying to get you to see and understand what the hell we've been dealing with, man. Marah, come on, man. I'm over the time, man. Let me finish.
Khan. The consequences of historical discrimination. Reports show black men are left out of economic recovery.
Wait, before you go any further, Elite Judah, please send me the link to that video. Here's my email for anybody that want to know it. Yohanna at ISUPK.org at .org. YAHANNA at ISUPK.org. Send me that video, man. I want to see it, Elite Judah 713. I need to see that video. Go ahead. Salaki Marah. Read it again.
Khan. The consequences of historical discrimination. Reports show black men are left out of economic recovery from the pandemic.
Now, how in the hell could that happen? How did black men get left out of the economic recovery when it's supposed to be across the board for whoever? Racism exists in every way, shape, form, and fashion. And it is targeting and destroying the power and authority of black men. If not for this truth, man, the brothers in the UPK, we'd be all dead. We'd be destroyed, on drugs, in jail, in the graveyard, all of that. But through the grace and mercy of the Lord, we found authority with the Lord and not from them, because obviously they're working against us. Give me some more, Marah, before we go.
Khan. Although the nation has shown signs of a resurrection from the economic downfall caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, black men in America are stuck in a permanent recession, stifled by the impact of systematic racism. A recent report shows.
A recent report shows we stuck. We went into the pandemic, Marah, and we ain't recovered from it. Big shout out to Just Art and Pain. I love you too, sis. God damn. We went into the pandemic and did not get out, Marah. We still stuck in it. Give me a little bit more.
Khan. According to the Center for American Progress report published in late March, black men have continued to see persistent unemployment gaps even after a reported nationwide economic turn.
Damn. Big shout out to General Q. He said we got nothing but a muzzle. Excuse me. That's so right.
Right.
That's so right. Black men, you cut off. Let me tell you something, my black men, you are the goal of this nation. Y'all know, y'all heard me say this many times before. Black men are the treasure that we have. We don't have nothing else. We ain't got no land. We ain't got no language. We damn near don't got no identity, if not for the brothers waking up to the truth. We got no economic structure. We got no income. We ain't got shit as a people. But we got young, strong black men. And brother, that's the only goal we got. And that's why they trying to destroy it. And that's why they pushed outside of the system. They pushed outside of the system because you have the ability to bring us back. Following our King Christ under the direction of the I.S.U.P.K, you can change the world. I stand on that. I live on that. You understand? Right. But the problem is you got to wake up. Go ahead, Marah. Give me a little bit more. Y'all bear with me. Give me about five more, and we're done.
Khan, the courageous disease.
Elite Judah 713 Thawada too. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go check it out. Go ahead.
Khan, the courageous disease crippled the economy as businesses were shuttered to contain its spread in the early months of the outbreak. The shutdowns had a biggest impact on paychecks of low-wage workers.
I mean, just breaking the back of black men. They can't get a job. You ain't giving them at-home jobs like you giving the women. You don't want them free at home and outside of your white office. You understand? I worked in offices, man, for years as a young man. I worked up there in Westchester County, New York, where it was all lily white back in the day. And brother, it was hell having to work in them offices, not because of the work. The work was always easy. But you had to deal with this white Edomite that always wanted to belittle you and demasculate you, and wanted to emasculate you in the office with other black women. And it's his life's goal to emasculate you in front of them black women. And I couldn't take it, man. And I was skilled in what I could do. You understand? But I couldn't take the emasculation in front of a, it's embarrassing. You punking, trying to punk a man, a black man in front of black women working in the office. And them sisters know it too. And in their heart, them sisters be wanting you to punch that supervisor in the mouth. Don't nobody do that. Don't nobody go out and do that. They be wanting you to do it because they know it's not right. They be wanting you to stand up, man. You understand? And after George Floyd, them sisters really got something. I told you I went in the hospital to have, get something done on my knee. And the black doctors now, female black doctors, they was fighting with the white doctors over me. I couldn't believe it. Them sisters was in there. There was 2 sisters in there. They was like, wait a minute, you trying to do what? They was checking the hell out of the white doctors to where I was shocked that because it was like they had a sense, these particular 2 sisters had a sense of, after the George Floyd, it was like they woke up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And so they was like wanting to, stand up and shit. They wanted to give Esau, a little piece of their mind. And I didn't say nothing. I couldn't blame them. I knew they needed to do that. They needed to finally flex on these Edomites who've been, probably treating black men like garbage in them hospitals. And they've been watching it for years. And this was their opportunity. And they training from seeing George Floyd to be like, we're going to say something about this. You know what I'm saying? And it was damn beautiful, man. It was beautiful to see sisters. And these are physicians, Marat. I ain't talking, they weren't lightweights. This is, physicians. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Black sisters, young. And they was like, oh, no, we ain't doing that. Blah, 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 blah. They was arguing with them and all that, man. And it was a sight to see. And boy, we need more of that in the ether of the 12 tribes, man. We got to find, they always talking about love. You got to have love. You got to have love. What about the love for these 12 tribes? That's who we should love. We should love them. We should not want to see a brother on dope, sister whoring herself or in hell. We should not, and we can fix this. Like, goddamn, we humans with an intelligent brain. The only thing holding us back is the slave master. That's all. Ain't nothing else holding you back. The earth was designed to make you great. Water, food, air, land, all of it was designed to make you great. Only thing holding you back is you got a slave master over you. But that's shortly the end. Come on, Marah. Give me a little bit more.
Con. The shutdown had its biggest impact on the paychecks of low-wage workers.
Go ahead.
Many of them minorities. Data show the low-paying jobs provide little access to benefits or opportunities to save.
You see that? So you can't even save. You paycheck to paycheck. That old child support, you monsters. You monsters that bring that child support thinking you in the right. When you wipe out a brother's ability to stand up and fight. And then impose all your evil on brothers. That's why you need the UPK, man. Because in this UPK, I'm going to make sure that you as a sister are handled with justice, man. I'm going to make sure that what you get. But I'm also going to make sure that you don't wipe out and destroy this brother like you would like to do because of your selfish carnal anger against a brother that's unjust. Man, we got greatness coming in the near future, man. We got all that we need. We got the king. We got 4,000 years of history in the Bible. We got good sense of judgment. We got 600 plus laws. We got examples of those laws in action. We got gold in the Bible. Watch them try to wipe out the Bible after a while. We got absolutely gold in the Bible. And we're not taking it serious. Let me tell you something, man. I'm going to be on the streets of Chicago. When is the Chicago barbecue? In July. I'm going to the Captain Mawakar told me he taking me to the Magnificent Mile. I don't know what the hell that shit is. Excuse my French. But brother, I'm going to light that microphone up in Chicago on the Magnificent Mile. He promised me it's going to be a treat of excitement on the Magnificent Mile during the barbecue. What they call it? The fire weekend. The fire weekend with Captain Mawakar, who's doing a hell of a job up there in the Midwest, man. The Midwest was like a ghost town before he came through and built up so many schools. St. Louis, all them schools, Milwaukee, all them old good captains he got. My main man, Kaposh, rocking on Saturday. See him on this channel. Kaposh, every Saturday night, he does an amazing job. He launched another good officer, I heard, over in Ohio that also does our story. I mean, we got gold in the truth. We got badass brothers and sisters up in this truth. Big shout out to General Q riding me tonight. His wonderful, wonderful, I mean, absolutely wonderful wife, GEN.YAHANNA. I mean, she just make you want to just hug her and give her a big ass kiss because she's just wonderful all the time. You understand? She's wonderful in season, out of season. It don't even matter. She's amazing. Big shout out to General Kobalamov, you know what I'm saying? And his wonderful wife and the wonderful kids, man. You understand? Q doing an amazing job with that council. Who am I missing, Marat? Right, Captain Mawakar, like I brought out, his whole team, the Golga Bar out there in St. Louis, another badass cat, you understand? Captain Ty Ward up here in Philly, my main man, you know what I mean? Captain Ty Ward holding, everybody know Captain Ty Ward over his music. Like, we got gold up in here. We got something that they didn't think was of value, which was to fix a brother and sister and unleash the righteousness in them on the world. And that's what we got up in here. Go ahead, Marat.
The UK, sir.
The UK, Parashah and them. Oh, my God. Parashah, I ain't forgot you. Captain Mashak, my young, going to work out that whole PayPal thing with you, man. We got to get that straight because that's another bad ass dude. Parashah, man, and his henchmen up there, Shamgar monster. Shamgar went and wrestled the bull during Passover. Shamgar, you can't help but love that big monster, man. You understand? And all the rest of them, man, like we got gold in this goddamn place. And listen, understand this. What's in us only came from Christ. It didn't come from nobody else. Nobody gets the glory for this. I don't take no glory from the king. The king did this. He taught me. I passed it on. They passed it on. And brother, it's why we have what we have. And brother, sister, we better hold on to it. You better become part of it. I think we done, man. Listen, I'm out of here. I hope you had a good time. I had an amazing time hanging with you brothers and sisters, man. Big shout out to all the brothers and sisters, man. I hope to see you out in Chicago. I think General Muhammad might be in D.C. this week, Thursday. You need to go check him out as usual. You know he's off the chain. Big shout out to General Micah. Allah rocked his show out early this morning. My main man, Marat, in the studio with me. You understand? Like, there's joy in the truth. You don't have to be miserable all day, every day. You can come in the truth and change your life and be among people that change their life. It ain't always easy. It's a struggle, but we're going to get there, man. Pay your tithes. Go to ISUPK.com. Pay your tithes. Listen, I'm going to see you either Saturday with Captain Mashak Mayan, my main man out of D.C., the henchman, you understand? Or I'll be back Monday with the heavy hitters like we do. Either way, blackwatch.news, you know what we do. Marat, get me the hell up out of here, man, so we can go on home.
God, oh my God.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught and reach far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes. We support the one China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'. Babylon.
SHALAM, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? If you can't make it in person, tune in online. I.S.U.P.K. Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kapash is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught and be reached far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the one China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'.
SHALAM, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? If you can't make it in person, tune in online. I.S.U.P.K. Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kapash is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.